Imagine a nation stripped of much of its skyward shield, scrambling to rebuild after a sudden 12-day onslaught. That's the story of Iran's air defense in the summer of 2025. In the aftermath of a de facto ceasefire with Israel on June 24th, Tehran struck an unconventional deal: oil in exchange for China's cutting-edge HQ-9B long-range surface-to-air missile batteries. Today, we'll dive into how this covert transfer reshapes Iran's layered defense network and what it means for regional security. Just days after violence subsided, Arab intelligence sources told Middle East Eye that Iran quietly took delivery of new HQ-9B SAM batteries. Under a barter arrangement, Tehran shipped crude oil, China's top import, to Beijing, circumventing U.S. sanctions. Neither government confirmed the swap, but U.S. officials were reportedly briefed on Iran's post-conflict rebuilding efforts. These missiles are meant to replace systems destroyed when Israel's air campaign neutralized radar sites, missile launchers, and even high-value Iranian commanders. Despite heavy losses, Iran managed to launch its own missiles toward Tel Aviv and Haifa before the ceasefire, underscoring the urgency of restoring robust air defense capacity. Developed by CPMIC, the HQ-9B is a modernized evolution of earlier HQ-9 variants, integrating lessons from Russia's S-300 PMU-1 and China's indigenous radar technology. Each two-stage solid-fuel missile can strike targets up to 260 kilometers away and climb to 27 kilometers in altitude, flying at more than Mach 4.2. Guided by inertial navigation, mid-course data link updates, and active radar homing in the final phase, it offers 360-degree coverage. A single battery includes an HT-233 S-band phased array radar, acquisition radar, command post, and 6 to 8 transporter erector launchers. The system can track up to 100 targets and engage multiple threats simultaneously, enhancing resilience against stealth aircraft and supersonic munitions. Although never used in combat, Chinese exercises have validated its effectiveness against low observable platforms and electronic warfare attacks. Iran already fields a mosaic of air defense systems from Russia, China, and domestic programs. 4 S-300 PMU-2 batteries and the locally built Bavar 373 with ranges up to 300 kilometers provide long-range coverage. Over 40 Khordad and Sayad batteries bolster medium-range defense alongside systems like Arman and S-200 Gara. Medium and short-range protection comes from ROD, upgraded 2K12 Kub, 8040, Mersad, improved Hawk, and missile launchers such as Misag and Sohail. Artillery-based platforms, Shilka, ZSU-57 Tu-23-2, and autocannons fill gaps at lower altitudes. Integrating the HQ-9B extends engagement envelopes and adds radar robustness, especially against stealth fighters and hypersonic threats. This arms transfer follows earlier exchanges of dual-use materials. In early 25, Iran received over 1,000 tons of sodium perchlorate from China, enough to fuel hundreds of solid-fuel rockets. A larger shipment of ammonium perchlorate is en route, potentially supporting production of up to 800 missiles, some of which may reach Iran-aligned militias in Yemen and Iraq. At the same time, Tehran and Beijing have deepened military ties with exercises like the Maritime Security Belt Drill in March 2025, where live-fire drills, GPS jamming, and electronic warfare scenarios tested interoperability among Iranian, Chinese, and Russian forces. Bringing HQ-9B batteries into Iran's arsenal signals a redrawn equation in Middle Eastern air defense. For China, it cements strategic footholds and secures energy ties, countering U.S. containment. For Iran, it restores deterrence lost during Israel's campaign and diversifies suppliers away from politically constrained partners. The deal also raises questions about export controls, as Hong Kong-based firms linked to Beijing have faced U.S. sanctions for facilitating missile ingredient transfers. In a geopolitical game where oil meets missiles, Iran's swift acquisition of HQ-9B batteries illustrates how modern conflicts blur the line between energy and armaments. As these systems come online, the balance of power in Iran's skies will shift, and with it, the wider dynamics of Middle Eastern security. If you found this analysis insightful, hit like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more defense deep dives.